Thank you to all of our sponsors for making our Computex 2023 coverage possible. Hey guys, now we know the O11 Dynamic from Lian Li is probably the most influential case of the last 4 or 5 years. It's probably been the best-selling case of the last 4 or 5 years, if not ever, but there were some tweaks that could have been done to it to potentially make it a little bit better, a little bit different, and that's why I'm here with Pedro. PCMR, if you don't know who he is, then what are you even doing, right? Everyone knows who Pedro is. Talk to us about this, Pedro. What is it? What's it called? What's it all about?
I mean, this is the O11 Vision. This is the collab we did with Lian Li. So this is kind of a special case. I mean, everyone knows the O11. Like you mentioned, super influential case. But I wanted to make it even more special. I mean, this is obviously an aesthetics-inspired case. So we have the top glass. That's the most obvious difference to the regular O11. It's really special. So you can see your build from all directions, from all angles. It's actually slightly reflective from inside, so you can actually see the reflection of your own PC, so that's super dope, especially because, you know, the PCMR community, we're all about RGB. Some not, which is fine, but most of us are, so it works super well with that RGB, lower light conditions, making sure that your PC is like the expression of yourself. I feel that's the most important part about being a PC enthusiast, like make it an expression of yourself, the freedom to create something that makes sense to you. Then, I mean, it's just a beautiful way to create. We have a lot of new interesting things here. So of course we don't have top airflow. Of course, obviously it's glass, but we do have 240mm rad on the back. So that's awesome to give that air exhaust. So we have intake, probably intake side, intake bottom, and just exhaust on the back. That's what I would do. What do you think?
I love it. I mean, we were saying off camera the fact that every time someone posts up on like the PCMR Facebook group, another O11 Dynamic build, those are literally the words that people say. Another O11 Dynamic build. And technically that's not a bad thing because it shows how popular that case was. But yeah, it does get to a point where people sort of, don't get sick of it, but it's just how do you differentiate it from another build? Whereas this, I guess, gives you a little bit more freedom with that, right?
Exactly. And I mean, there's a few details that we have. We have of course, the PCMR logo right here on the back, which I feel is a nice add-on, so you can do the PCMR logo, the Lian Li logo. I mean, it really shows like the community is very diverse, but I feel like this is a case that will be very well received by any kind of person because it allows you to create whatever you want. And I mean, a lot of PCs are very, I wouldn't say like transformery look, because they look like a PC. This can look like a PC, but it also can look like a piece of art. It depends on what you build with it. I mean, of course, like this, it's just an RGB explosion, like unicorn everywhere. But you can make it like super sleek, super stylish. I feel like this has a lot of potential with the added glass. I really love that.
Definitely, and I think, just like we saw with the original O11 Dynamic, custom loop is definitely going to be something that people are going to adopt inside this case. The fact that, we were saying off camera, there's products from the likes of EK, like the FLT radiator with the pump actually built into the bracket. It's going to be perfect because you could still get that there and still have another fan for, expelling that hot air out of the back of the case. Whereas normally with cases, if you are going to use that rear exhaust for a for a reservoir, then you are going to be restricted because where does the airflow go? And the fact that we now have glass on here, that sort of seems, to be the idea as to why there is a 240mm there instead of, a single 120mm. But yeah, it's a fantastic case, and it gets even better because the price of it. I mean, how much?
$139. I mean, it's crazy. When I heard this price for the first time, I was like, really? Yeah. We were used to so much higher prices for good cases a few years back. Looking at something like this and thinking $139, I mean, yeah, I think it puts it at an awesome price to performance.
How are they even making money on it at that price?
I don't know. We gotta ask them. Man. It's crazy.
The shipping costs alone. You got to think we have more glass here now, so it's even heavier. The thing I do like about this is, there has been, I guess the case has been opened up a little bit more. The fact that there is more functionality, but it doesn't look any bigger than an O11 Dynamic.
No,
I mean, is it slightly bigger or?
That's a good question. Okay. Which I will have to get back to you on.
Yeah, we can find that out. But I mean, to look at. It's a bit different when you are on a show floor. Big things actually look a little bit smaller sometimes, but to me, this looks exactly the same size. We have got, a really cool sort of stylish premium look to it. We've got Type-C. And for the price, I don't think there's going to be anyone with a better case on the market. So, I mean, you'd be a bit biased, right? But
yeah, I'm kind of biased, but I like where you're going.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure the whole community, the PCMR community, are going to love this. I can't wait to get one because I don't know. I think I may have just found my next new case. So yeah, I'll have to speak to Lian Lee, get one in. We can test it, and then maybe I'll do a custom loop build in it. Who knows?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. Thank you, Pedro. Yeah, lots more coverage coming from Computex 2023, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye bye.